Just suppose you could learn any subject in human endeavour. Anything. What would you immerse yourself in? What would you love to learn about? Then imagine that in one evening you could photo read 5 books on that topic. Put them in your head. One evening. An hour and a half you could spend activating those books so that tomorrow you could go into a meeting and be ready to talk all about that material.
There's a problem with respect to time. There's so much that you need to read to keep up. So if you have a lot of preparation to do, especially if things have come up that you hadn't expected, you get very little sleep.
I spent a lot of time just being in the office, traveling, you know, coming back home at night, and at night I just want to kick back for a little while, but it's already 10 o'clock at night when I get back home, and it's time to get up and start over again.
You see, each of your eyes can take in about 10 million bits of information per second. And your eye doesn't work the way you were taught it to work. Your eye works like a camera. It takes in the whole scene, 180 degrees up and down, all in front of you. It doesn't work like a spotlight, the way you were taught to read, following the bouncing ball from left to right. That's out of date, it's antiquated, and it's just not that efficient.
Reading, at least for me, was always laborious, it was always tedious, and it was always somewhat frightening. The attitude was, I have all of this material that I have to go through, I have to know it all, and I'm only going to be able to go through it at 100 words a minute.
For a few years now, had problems with reading. Sometimes I'll have problems like losing my concentration or get through a page and not understand what I was reading.
To go to a library, if I go to a library and take a book out, you know, I need 6 months to get through it. So truly, I wouldn't go to libraries, no.
But here's a twist. Out of the 10 million bits of information per second that your eyes receive, you only get about 40 bits of information in your conscious mind that you're aware of. Now here's a scenario that everyone has experienced in their life at some point. Someone asks you to go to the cupboard and fetch them the salt. It's on the 3rd shelf down in the cupboard, and you're looking at it and you can't see salt to save yourself. Okay? As far as you're concerned, there's no salt in that cupboard. And then they walk right up to the cupboard, they walk right in and they go, what do you call this? Now, did your eyes see the salt? Yes. But did your conscious mind notice? No. And being put under pressure makes your mind even more blind to what your eyes actually saw.
The last couple of years I've been studying stock market courses and all that, and it's pretty stressful when you don't make money, when you actually lose it.
Suddenly, the section that I was given to manage was beginning to decline. I wondered what I was going to do.
If you talk to people that get into the trading field and how important it is to keep current with what's going on in the markets and to read good research, and the value that you could place on it, you know, is huge.
There's so much more going on out with your conscious ability to notice it. It's mind-blowing. But what if there was a way to tap into the other than conscious portion of your experience? What if you could take in more and learn more and experience more?
I've done track for 3 years, and when I run, it's not the way I run at practice. I think that when I continue to photo read, that positive thoughts will go into my subconscious mind, and that I'll believe more in myself.
Every day there's a fear. I mean, I think everybody deals with those kind of fears.
I've missed time with my family. My daughter, I used to go see her plays. She's into drama at school, and haven't seen any of them in the last 6 months. So this has been bothering me for a little while now, and I definitely need to make some changes right now.
I'm in my 3rd year doing economics. I struggle to finish essays. I spent all my time just trying to keep up with the work. And I did, but I had no social life whatsoever. And that's when I came to photo reading.
So what the photo reading whole mind system has done, thanks to Paul Sheely, the developer of the system, it's designed a step-by-step process that anyone can learn, despite your previous experience of learning, despite what you were taught at school, and despite what people told you about how smart you were.
Reading, regular reading, you read one word at a time. In photo reading, you start with the whole concept.
Maybe the way we're supposed to learn is the way that the accelerated learning experts tell us to. If you want to absorb a subject, just immerse yourself right in it. Don't try to break it down or dip your toe in the water. Just dive wholeheartedly right in.
I'm able to, go to the library, pick out 5 books on managing, and photo read them, and able to find out certain key points that other people have found that successes in their business, and you can consume an incredible amount of information in a short time.
Yes, I started writing essays in 2 hours. What used to take me 2 weeks of solid study. Now it takes me 2 hours, and I get better grades on them.
Picture yourself just absorbing all of it at once. And as you do that, your unconscious mind integrates all of it into your existing database, making the knowledge in the book merge into the rest of your knowledge at 10 million bits of information per second. So that what comes out is your version of the book.
I can now cover much greater amount of professional, academic, or scientific material.
Are you beginning to grasp the possibilities here? For your career, for investment, for your health, for your personal development? What area of knowledge would you like to delve into? Because you can apply this to every area of your life if you're ready to step up boldly to the challenge.
I photo read the report, which was fairly technical.
2 people that I met and were writing a book and had asked me to help them with that.
Actually, I seemed to have understood the plan better than some of the people who had been involved. And I photo read it for 15, 20 minutes.
And I photo read 18 books, and I woke up Monday morning and I just had the whole book was right in front of me.
I decided that I would photo read an accounting book because that was the one that I failed in prior, so this was the real test.
I photo read and did the direct learning of all the books in the areas that I had to be proficient in order to manage.
I came back to meet with the same teacher that I failed with. I took my first test, and I will be surprised if I get one wrong. I mean, one little point wrong, because it was just that. I was that confident.
I started to photo read from that point on. Eventually, that department expanded to 480 million.
Think about it. Why do we grab a book in the first place? What's the purpose? It's just bits of paper with some information on it, isn't it? But what if it was actually the ultimate personal development tool, adding skills and knowledge directly into your mind? Do you remember Joe 90, who backed into the machine and a skill was downloaded into his brain? Activating who you are and stimulating your own power and your own potential.
I use it to acquire skills, and I just photo read them, and I don't consciously read the material, but I see an improvement in all sorts of areas in my life.
And I was in awe. I just couldn't believe it, and I really felt the power of my inner mind.
See, we're living in the dark ages when it comes to using our minds efficiently. But we can unshackle ourselves from what traditional society calls learning and what the education system considers comprehension.
Photo reading is a course that actually excels you in reading. You develop a faster speed and actually a better comprehension.
I rely on it daily, really, to provide me with the information that I need.
Paul's always updating things, and the state of the art in photo reading is a moving target.
The Photoreading whole mind system has evolved over the years to combine accelerated learning techniques, secrets from behind the iron curtain, self-hypnosis, mindfulness training, all combined into a really easy to learn paint-by-number system that can help you consume and recall any reading materials, reports, textbooks, journals, anything. Now, the implications of this process are unlimited in terms of the effect it can have on your ability to learn and the results in your life. Did you struggle at school? It doesn't matter. Did you learn to dislike studying before now? That can change overnight.
I came to photo reading and I picked it up in my second year, and I got a first as a result, and I got a scholarship as a result of that.
And as a result of that, the company excelled, but I became the youngest executive in the company.
Now you look at a stack of books and you say, wow, I've got the opportunity now to just devour all that knowledge, and that's just an incredible feeling. It gives you a real high.
And after you've explored one subject, you'll want to keep opening up, and you can do that by boldly accepting this challenge.
The value of photo reading has been mainly being able to do anything you want.
But because now it will allow me also some other free time, I'll be able to expand my horizon. So now I look forward to having a much broader scope of life experiences.
I don't think I'll ever go back and conventionally read a nonfiction book.
The practice of photo reading does more than just help you to read more. It really begins to activate the real power that's within each of our lives.
But this same power is available in lots of other areas of your life. Do you need to learn how to get on better with money? Do you need to keep up with work materials? Do you get exams coming up? Imagine having loads of free time and knowing your subject, while all your peers and colleagues are all hitting the books and clocking up hours of boring, negative, repetitive studying like you used to.
Being able to learn anything you want, being able to excel in anything you want. You know, I mean, pretty much the doors are open.
And maybe I'll end up at a library or something, you know, find some area that I like and go, well, let's see what I can put into this genius brain here, hey?
So it's really a fascinating, it's a fascinating sort of concept. And even more fascinating is the fact that it works.
I don't know of any other commercially available system that taps into your power and promises so much end result. It's fun, it's fast, and it's easy. Anyone can learn how to do it.
Boy, it's difficult to say how much that's worth.
And I'm confident it's going to help me free up some more time, because there's so much out there.
I'm going to cut my time. I'm going to cut my study time. I'm going to have fun.
You know, the value that you could place on it, you know, is huge. I mean, it'd easily be six figures. You could say hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's been worth to me. That would not be an exaggeration.
But the only way that you can get these kind of experiences is to learn how to do it. So you up for the challenge?